Hey, it's Shop Talk, baby. This is the show where it's okay to be you. We're talking from Yale to jail and from the church house to the pimp house. Nothing's excluded on Shop Talk. So if you don't have a phone, I suggest you borrow one. Call in and voice your opinion live every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Yeah, that's right, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Don't forget to Shop Talk with your girl, because right here, we keeps it real.
Hi, this is Gary with the team from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. I want to give a shout out to Mel with Shop Talk, honey.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Candy.
I'm Todd.
And you're listening to Shop Talk with Mel.
Hey, everybody, I'm Erica Campbell, and you're listening to Shop Talk with Mel.
Okay.
I'm Tamala Mann.
And I'm David Mann, and you're listening to Shop Talk with Mel.
Where's some worry? Show them off at number one.
Wicked! Aha!
Next is in the place. Famous body in the house.
Wicked!
Venomous.
Aha!
Murder. Yo. Step up in the club, ladies love it when me mingle. See me and nothing but come and make them body tingle. Email me every day, ask me if me single. Me day from Starfish, step a house up a shingle. Some boy not like me, so them see me and a wrinkle. Can I hold them and say what? Powder them a sprinkle. Can't stop the star, yeah, the star half it twinkle. Don't make me trigger finger nibble. All you want to what? Girls, 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 more girls, 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 your girls, girls. More girls. I be me man say the woman them. Even if I want me, I'm go on them. No matter why them know when I go on them. We love and understand them. Put a fire on a bag on them. No matter what, woman we not on them. But let me say the on them. From all them, we style expand them. Play a 8 and 8 we, but we not really wrong them. We money enough than them. We get them hotter than them. We carry them hotter than them. Alright then. All you want girls, 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 more girls. Girls, 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 your girls, 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 more girls, 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 girls. If I the girl them, we love them. Come to God, I love them. If them have a problem, send me resolve them. Pampa, love them, treat them like I love them. If I the woman them, alright then, sing. All I wanna like we, it don't really matter. They tell them say we nice, and we get it hotter. Carry back go on nice and Bangkok get fatter. Load them with them like a chatter. How you want about? Girls, 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 more girls, 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 your girls, 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 more girls, 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 yo. Step up in the club, the ladies love it and me mingle. See me and nothing me come and make them body tingle. Email me every day, ask me if me single. Me do ya from Starfish, step and house up a shingle. Someone not like me, so them stand up on a wrinkle. And all them and say what, all of them a sprinkle. Can't stop the star, yeah, the star half it twinkle. Murder, all me want are us. Girls, 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 more girls, 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 your girls, 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 more girls, 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 your girls. Keisha, Karen, Dawn, Antoinette, Terry, Carrie, Sherry, Angela, Angelina, Shalina, Miss Gertie, Miss Gerda, Rebecca, Punchinella, Angelica, Miss Eileen, Mrs. Miss Betsy.
Tether and fork, we gonna tether and fork the mother sucker. Tether and fork the sucker. Tether and fork, we gonna tether and fork the mother sucker. Tether and fork the sucker. Tether and fork, we gonna tether and fork the mother sucker. Tether and fork the sucker. Tether and fork, we gonna tether and fork the mother sucker. Tether and fork the sucker. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going
Hey.
What's happening? What's happening, people? How are you this morning?
We are here. We are here making it happen. I'm telling you that. We got it. What'd you say, Nick?
I said we are beautiful today.
Okay, then. I heard that. Listen, got a great show planned for you today. Today's topic is perspectives. I'll throw that up shortly for the people that are viewing the show via our social media sites. So we're on all platforms, just to let you guys know for the listening audience. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate that. And what I found out with YouTube, just to put that out here, is when you do a live show on YouTube, the comments, we appreciate them. We truly do. If you could go back after we record and comment, it throws us back into the feeds because for some unknown reason, can't see the comments. Even though we can view them live, but to go back, you got to hit live and then you look through like, where is my comments? Now, I know these people were talking to me, but people always talk to us, you know what I'm saying? So that's that.
Right.
Now, let's talk about these hot topics real quick. Man, it's a lot going on. Did y'all know Ron Isley got a liquor line?
He got a what? A
Liquor, baby.
Oh.
He got liquor and it's called Contagious.
Oh.
He got vodka, brandy, and cognac.
What?
Hey, I'm not mad at him.
Okay.
Let me try it. I gotta
Try
that.
It's $99 a bottle. Is that expensive?
Yeah.
Kinda. You ain't gonna just let anybody come over and have a sip.
Okay.
You at occasion only prices. Well, she's in there. She ain't gonna be over here. She's nice. You know, I'm really trying to.
Oh, okay. Special occasions.
Yeah,
It sounds like that's real special. Like you can't even, not even a holiday. This ain't a holiday sip. This is a special occasion sip.
It's a yes. We're smashing.
Yeah, you gotta be extra special to get some of that 99.
See, I didn't, and let me say this for the people that be telling me, thinking I'm outside. Like, where are you at? Like I'm all extra. I don't drink, so I don't know what the going price is.
I don't either. I have a full bar. It was, my game plan before,
Right. You got a bar laid out, but like, if you want something, I'm prepared. See, that's me. I have it. You know what? You would not know if you came to my house. You wouldn't know I wasn't a drinker because I got everything there to entertain the people. If this is what you like. But I got to do me. Don't drink and drive. And you ain't spending the night, so don't get drunk. Put that out there, okay?
Take an Uber.
Am I the only person that realized that Ron Isley finally grew into his looks?
No, you are not, because he's looking mighty fine nowadays for 80-something years old.
Baby, for 80-something, for 30-something.
A lot of people mistake me from him, but I grew into mine a lot sooner than him. But we're men. We don't look at him. We're like, oh, man, that's a nice coat.
Man, listen.
Like, y'all moist in the middle because he around. Yeah.
I think it's the beard.
Is it the beard? Or is it that new set of teeth? Because, see, he was looking the same when, remember, R. Kelly brought him on out with R. Kelly in the closet?
Yeah.
Well, let me clarify this for my people who love the Isley brothers, but like R. Kelly didn't bring him out. He did not. However, I feel as though that this is just my view, I feel as though that R. Kelly actually put y'all back on. Us, a different generation, like, oh, who is that guy? Because the younger people call him Mr. Biggs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, boom, let's get back out here in the music nowadays. I feel like I'm in the earlier generation where you'd be like, that music is trash. But the music is so bad that even our Gen X's, real talk, no, not our Gen Z's are actually like, oh, that music, that's cold.
Well, I mean, think about it. Old school is still, well, to us, it's always going to be old school. But you get more radio play out of Isleys and stuff in that generation. B2K, where they at? You don't get no replays of them and stuff like that. They came in.
Don't start with the B2K and all this stuff that's going on.
Think about it. Would you rather hear?
Go ahead.
Is B2K having a reunion tour?
They can't even get along. But thanks, Cornell. That's what I was getting ready to say. R. Kelly gave him a second career, just like Rick James gave it The Temptations a second career. I don't think. Listen,
And Dave Chappelle gave
Rick James a second a second career. Let's keep it going, like boom. Because a lot of people be like, "Oh, Rick James," but guess what's in our mind? Exactly the line that he used before he died. Remember that award show? The chick was like, "Now who are you?" He was like, "Oh, Rick James."
and the crowd goes wild.
Right, the crowd goes wild. How do you feel about our black men who refuse to go to counseling?
Wow.
I preach to them all the time. Like,
Okay, let me ask this black man, this blackity black man on this show. What's your thoughts on that? Are you okay with going to counseling?
Me personally, yeah, but I had to get to that point. I mean, especially if you're talking marriage counseling, it's a whole bunch of, well, what did you do wrong and blah blah blah. And this is how she feels. So counseling is us seeing it your way in that aspect.
Okay, so that's it. That's in the marital status. Let's say for family counseling, without let's say with your children and set your spouse aside.
I think it's good, and I think you can always see yourself better from a different angle. So if I'm there with my kids and I don't understand, that's why a lot of times if you see yourself on tape, you'll be like, oh man, that's how I look. It's a reflection type thing. So if you're able to do that with your kids and stuff like that, I would suggest counseling of any sort. Me and a couple of friends, we got something we call King of the Hill, and we just sit there and we talk and we don't judge, and we talk and we tell jokes, talk about each other, but it releases, because most men don't have that release or that safe place. So if counseling's not bad at all.
Look, get back to the point. Counseling is not bad at all.
No.
Okay. Well, Dr. Dre begs to differ. So there was an interview done where they were talking about Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre finally got somebody to talk him into going to counseling first, right?
Okay.
And he decided, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go to counseling for his son. He is mad about counseling now. Then put him back. Because now he says that his son turned against him. Now, let's rewind for what you said. You were saying as far as like marital counseling, it's about what are you doing wrong in her feelings. Mm-hmm. So let's look. Well, I have to speak to this. I hear Nick is shaking her head. No.
Of course not.
But watch this though. So this is what I've read, because y'all know how I do. With counseling, with counseling as the counselor, I'm not a counselor. Let me put that out there. I'm not a counselor. But I can counsel. I ain't going to say most. I'm just going to just put this out here. When you go to counseling and one person's right, one person's wrong, they said that the counselor is non-biased. Right. But you have to understand this, and by no means am I saying don't go to counseling. But you have to understand this. Let's say I'm the counselor. I'm non-biased about you two. So I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what you've been through. But what I do know is what I've been through. And you have to understand that the counselor is a person. Disclaimer again, I'm not saying counseling is bad. I'm not. So I hear your side and I hear your side. Yes, you're supposed to remove yourself from the situation and hear both sides. Who's right, who's wrong, i.e. a judge. As people, I'm just going to keep it 100 because that's what I do. As people, not everyone removes themselves. If I'm sitting there and I can relate to what Nick is saying, because we're talking perspectives, and some people do project. That's why you'd be like, why did that judge give him so much more time? You don't know how it affects them personally. And then I'll say, oh, okay, well, Nate, yeah, I do hear his point. Because why? Well, my brother went through this with his wife. That stuff is real talk. Even though I don't know neither one of you. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, oh, okay, in this situation, well, she's right. But y'all know me. And y'all know I'll tell y'all from my point of view. Y'all know y'all wrong. Yeah, you right. No, you know what I mean? So you kind of see and be non-biased, but you have to look at that. So that was just my thoughts when this question was posed, as far as like black men being against counseling, because most of us were raised, what goes on in his house, what?
Stays in his house.
Stays in his house.
As it should, I believe.
Okay.
And here's another fun fact about counseling. When you do go to couples counseling and stuff like that, and the woman feels that she's not the victim or she's not being hurt or you're not siding with her, they stop.
As men as well. I'm not going back. That's where I was getting ready to go to, bring it full circle, but you did it. So what I'm saying in this point, as far as like from Dr. Dre and my viewpoint of looking at it, I said there were some things that his son wanted to say and would not say out of disrespect, but able to actually have a room where he could speak freely. Now he said that his son turned against him. Sir, maybe his son said something that he wanted to say a long time ago, but now this is the platform where I could say exactly what I want to say without having repercussions.
Well,
but he got him now. Go ahead.
If I'm looking at that, Dr. Dre and his son, I'm looking at it as his son, Dr. Dre's tax bracket increased 50-fold. So when his child sees as a problem, you know what I mean? Dr. Dre's like, what? I didn't have a toilet in my house. And you're mad because of, the toilet seat is
the water pressure low?
Right, water pressure low. I would think Dr. J can relate to his problems. So I mean, from
that standpoint, it might work. Okay,
I can kind of see why it'll backfire on Dr. Dre because Jerry's coming from the depths of poverty, and this dude is coming in at a different tax bracket. He's starting off in a what do they call it? A glamorous tax bracket.
I see your point. Let me go to the comments. It's still an issue in the black community for getting counseling, and it helps. It took me to get sick to get counseling. Interesting. Thank you for that. That's very interesting. Now, to your point, Nate, what you were saying as far as coming in at a different tax bracket, a counselor can kind of bring it together.
I hope so. But, I mean...
Because think about it. Dr. Dre is not going to understand that.
Right. He won't.
And his son who came in is not going to understand that.
Right. We have 4-ply toilet paper, and I want 8. And Dre's like, toilet paper? You have toilet paper?
What's this thread count on this linen?
What the hell? Get out of my face, you little sap. What's
the thread count on these sheets?
My feelings. And Dre's like, ugh, get away from me. Alleged. Can I use your air quotes, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Air quotes.
Think of it. Air quotes. Oh, all the time. I always say it so the listening audience can understand it. Thread count, 2-ply, 4-ply, 4 squares and a tear.
That's how I was raised. And anybody that don't understand that, you live in a plush life.
A plush life?
Yeah, you live in a plush life.
Martha Stewart admitted that she cheated early in her marriage. The Martha Stewart. Now, we know this Martha Stewart right now, so we like, But the old Martha Stewart, first of all, she decided to share this information. Some of this information, you'd be like, can y'all just keep that like it wasn't a big deal? But she has been interviewed, and me doing the job that I do, I have to listen to give it to y'all. So, did you see the old Martha Stewart that had her, remember she was mainstream TV back then doing her little arts and craft? Her being the one that cheated?
I could believe it.
Really?
Yeah, the quiet ones are
Just be the ones.
Yeah. Quiet ones.
Those be the ones.
Yes, they do. The ones that can't get out, that you don't see out, who parents hold them out, they can't go no place to the party. When they get out, they make the mess of their time.
What, they making up for lost time?
What? They can't go to all the parties, they can't go on. When they get out, they make them easy prey. Easy prey.
I was having a conversation with my daughter and she was talking about, I got all this grease on. I'm so distracted. Sorry, y'all. Put all this grease all on my face. Got my eyebrows done. It's all greasy up there. But I was having a conversation with my daughter, and she said, now I understand why you're supposed to wait for marriage. And I said, I said, go ahead. I wanted to hear what she had to say.
Yeah, continue.
And she said, because you don't know that you're missing anything if both you guys are virgins.
You're right.
Right. So I'm listening. I'm like, okay. Look,
Right.
she finally she got her understand. You know what I mean? She got there without me saying, hey, got her own perspective. And she said, because if you already out, you already know somebody trash. And if you trash, I ain't dating you. She's like, I ain't marrying somebody trash. And you marry somebody and you find out they trash. So I started laughing. I was like, oh.
But she's absolutely right.
Wait, it's inside. I'm like, ah. Outside, I'm like, oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Nick.
She's absolutely right. Like,
if they have everything,
I ain't trying to be with this person. I got to sample it first. But right, if you are both virgins and you wait till you get married, then you're gonna be wonderful to each other.
Because you don't know, unless you like Martha. Be like, it got to be something better than this. I'll be back. Here's your cookies.
Hey, I'm with your daughter on this one. Purity is the best way. Go forth, child.
That goes for the man too, though.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Today's topic is perspective. It definitely is perspective. Your perspective versus my perspective.
Well,
and what do we do?
Whatever.
And what do we do? Who's right? Who's wrong? One will never know, will they? You'll have an answer by the end of this show. Let's get it started. All right, let's talk Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson wasn't allowed to call her father daddy. Remember, not even just Janet, all of them.
Right.
Rebe, from the top down, Rebe. If y'all know who Rebe was, she sang Centipede. That was my jam. Centipede!
Don't know.
You didn't like it? How did you know it?
Because she's a Jackson, and I guess it was supposed to be good, but...
You didn't like Centipede? Oh, that was my jam. That was like that Jody Watley, but she was out and Jody came on in. But that Jody Watley, Donna Summer type, I liked it. More mature.
You can have it for yourself.
All right, what about Jermaine with the plaster?
Ooh, with the multiverse haircut?
Man, listen, that stuff looked like that black electrical tape.
Yeah, he wrong.
Hey.
What did you like him?
Yeah, why did you do what you do when you did what you did to me? That was
that. You know what? That could still rock now. I'm gonna play that. Should I play that today?
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
After we finish the show here, play that 94.7. Hey, why don't you?
Here's what you play on 94.7. It's the man's anthem. You know that song that takes a man there that this, but we can't like sing it out loud or anything like that. I told you about it before.
What is it?
Who will I choose? Chris Bender.
Man, you know.
Hey,
wait.
All the dudes be standing there with their woman like this.
Man, that was a jam.
We feel that song, but we can't sing it.
I've been in that situation a couple times.
And we get in trouble. We can't sing it as men. If you in a relationship, watch. If you go to a club and that song come on, all the fellas just by themselves, they'll be jamming. Other dudes got to be like,
like, oh, that's sad what happened to him. That's sad. That was my jam at YSU. What? When it first hit, I was like, oh, this is it.
That was a cold jam. Listen,
he probably would have been killing the game.
Yeah. I mean, with that cut alone, it's still relevant. I mean, it's still, You can play that now.
You definitely
I
can.
had Dirty D last night teaching me how to DJ. The worst thing he could have done. He would show me stuff. I'm like, oh man, now I want to DJ. Oh, and he would bring it out. Oh, you know how he.
Oh, he the bomb. He the bomb. That's what I did.
He gets me mad.
Oh, what did she say? All the fellas out here sang it loud and proud. That's DJ Smeech in the building. DJ showing up on Shop Talk with Mel. Listen.
I can't sing that song.
Now, when he got killed, because y'all know, look, I've been Shop Talking all my life. Now, when he got killed back then, it was another dude over a girl. He telling you, listen, if the dude would have listened to that, he would have been like, oh, I don't even know if he even choosing my girl. He got somebody else. One girl fulfills my physical needs. The other girl, I have eyes for me mentally.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I don't recall the song.
Yeah, right.
Rest in peace, Chris Bender. That's that dude. I'm going to play it. I'm like, I got to. That did it.
Yeah.
Now I got Jermaine Jackson and Chris Bender.
Chris Bender.
Put them in rotation.
And that's why I love the new station. It ain't the same 8 songs. Let's just say it used to be you can set your watch by the same 8 song. It was the Beyonce chat. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Well,
speaking of Beyonce, you know the song "Cuff It"?
No.
Yeah.
We gonna get effed up tonight.
The skating song.
It is a skating song, but it was which I ain't we've been doing that forever. Look, she can't have that. Look, that dance. Yeah. But that is a grown folk song.
I don't. Well,
yes,
you gonna get messed up till you see stars. They getting high.
Yeah, like I said, I was just never a Beyonce fan.
There you go, starting it. Look, there you go, starting it. Do what you do.
And I hope that the Beehive don't come for me.
All right, now let's talk about Lizzo real quick before we get into this perspective, because we're getting ready to go down. It's about to be off the chain. Lizzo. Remember Lizzo said that she was, I'm happy with my fat, I'm happy with my weight, and blah, blah, blah. Well, the lie detector determined that was a lie. Y'all seen her lately?
She looks really nice. Real nice.
She was always very pretty. Now, she said that she didn't get no help with Zimpy. You know, everybody out there with the Zimp? Right. She was like, no, I go to the gym and blah, 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 blah. Here's my thing. I don't know what she does personally, but looking at it from the outside, that was really fast. I don't know what she got going on. Maybe that's added to it. I'm not calling the lady a liar, but what I am going to say is, if you see people out there that have lost a lot of weight, and then you have other people that may be inspired by that individual, and then they ask them, oh my goodness, how did you lose weight? You got them about to die in the gym, knowing you had some help.
Well, I mean, they might be trying to offer you some VCRs or something, you know. They might have took that route, you know. So, the white pony.
What?
No,
bind the devil. We ain't gonna do that. We know exactly what that is. Okay, refrain from comment until after the show. Thank you. There's a new girl singing group called Siren. It's called Siren.
My name.
Right. I thought about it. That's Nick's bike name. Siren, in this song called Sober, It Bangs. It's new. Sober's first one. This is Candy Burris' new group. So you got Candy Burris, Candy Burris with Siren, and then you have Beyonce with, what's the name? The Chloe and Haley Bailey, those people.
Yeah, Haley and Chloe.
She has them. Their deal looked raggedy, though. I'm going to be honest with you. That deal was raggedy. We talked about that before.
I heard it was like 60 grit condom.
You always got to go there with somebody. Now, Janet Jackson, real quick. See, we got all the turn off of the Jermaine Jackson. So she wasn't allowed. She said in an interview that they weren't allowed to call their dad. They had to call him Joe. Mm-hmm. Later on in life, we found out that the illegitimate child down the street called him Daddy. As I sip tea, for the listening audience, what's your perspective on that?
Joe was pimping, like pimping was pimping, and hey, he ran his house the way he ran his house. but his tax bracket increased because of the way you can say he was successful in raising some of the kids. And that success could have transferred over. I'm Mike's illegitimate brother. So that's why I got all my money. So, I mean, hey.
I'm sure it was their money that was helping provide for the illegitimate child's life.
Exactly.
Look, when Joe got
Y'all don't call me daddy. This one over here called me daddy.
Hey, y'all see me. Hey, he ain't doing nothing. He can't even win a spelling bee. But y'all the bread and butter. This is business over here. But hey, Joe started looking good when he moved his family out to California because that money was coming. So guess what? Hey, money make ugly disappear.
That's why Michael treated him the way he did.
But you know what, though? You said there's some ugly people out there. I don't care about your money. Because let me tell you something. R. Kelly, you take those glasses off. You look good in the glasses. That's why people, hats, you take hats off, the head shape will change the whole dimension of the look. You'll be like, do I need glasses?
I shared my story about hats and glasses.
Okay, but let me say this. I want to go to your point regarding the money in Joe Jackson. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking he already had it planned because he was part of a band. When I had these children, I'm going to make this band. This is what we're going to do. And if they call me dad, maybe those record labels, them good white folk, even though they went with the black, won't take him serious. Because if they're calling you Joe, they'd be like, okay, that's the manager. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Versus, hey, dad, everybody want their child to be the best singer and then not really listening to them and seeing their talent. So that could be it as well.
I can't argue with that.
Okay. Trunk or Treat. 94.7 has the Trunk or Treat. And come on out. It's Saturday, October the 26th. Myself, it'll be during my show, so you know I'm going to be in the place. Nate the Agitator going to be in the place, so bring your littles out. Trust me, he ain't going to give them no bad candy.
No Snickers or Reese's. Don't be looking for them from me. Reese's come this way.
Reese's come this way. Don't be digging in the baby's bags. Nick, you're in Texas, Alabama.
You need 3 Tic Tacs for that Reese's.
You're off the hook.
See, 3's better than 1, little children.
Okay, let me go to the comment. Let me go to the comment. Samara DJ Smeech Hearns. Could it be he was keeping them business about it and extra kid had no legs in the business? Kind of like when Nate the Agitator said that very thing.
I changed my perspective because I don't like agreeing with her.
Now, you know what I'm going to say? Because there are some people that do ask. They were like, DJ Smeech. That's the granny DJ. She bangs. Gray hair, whole 9. It's all natural. For real. She like a powder head. Not drug powder head. Powder head, white hair. Let me finish, though. Yeah. And they asked where'd the name come from. They was like, who is that? DJ Smeech. Why did she name herself Smeech? That is actually her nickname. Smeechy is her nickname from growing up. So she didn't come up and say, you know what, I'm going to call myself DJ Smeech. It was
Smeechy who took up DJing.
Right, that's exactly. There you go. It was Smeechy who took up DJing. Yeah. Appreciate that. So that's the answer for you guys. It's like, who is that DJ? That old lady DJ there? Oh,
why still. She gotta be an old lady though.
Man, right? Why?
Why she gotta be an old lady?
And see, her grandmother gave her that name. I just remember it. Like, yeah, her grandmother. There you go. Oh, look at that. Her grandmother gave her the name. So that's the old lady DJ.
That's why she be putting them old spirituals in there. Her Wade in the Water remix.
You know what?
Making a new line dance for it. We got a new line dance.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Hey, I want my credit for it too. When it bang, I want my credit.
The granny DJ.
Hey, Wade in the Water remix.
Okay. Y'all heard it right here. Y'all heard it right here. Okay. Toxic trait. Perspective. Perspective. What is your toxic trait? What has an ex told you your toxic trait was? Because your current one probably will say a whole list of them. Yeah, whatever they don't agree with.
She has a Bible, front and back page, double spaced. Yeah. But,
so has an ex ever told you called you out on a toxic trait? Mm-hmm. What was yours?
I no filter. I just say what I mean. I don't try to. I'm not nice. They call me mean because I'll say, "No, you do look fat now.
Okay,
Don't wear that."
but that's not. I'm talking a toxic trait. That is who you are.
That little toxic to them.
Oh,
anything that you don't feel is good to you makes me toxic. So
it's poisonous. That's poisonous for them. But that's really not poisonous. Think about it. That helps them. That's your perspective.
Whoa. To them it was, you can be more nice and you should talk to me that way or blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm the same person, but what you don't see as toxic, she does. So it's all in perspective.
Go ahead, Nick.
I can fart in your house and you think that's cute. Her, she thinking, oh, that's so disgusting. And it turns her stomach and she throws up. So it's all about the perspective.
Well, you're releasing your toxicity. You're dropping it off at that house.
You call it that. I call it showing you my innermost feelings.
Woo-wee. Go ahead. What's yours, Nick?
I'm always being told that it always has to be my way or the highway.
Okay. That sounds like, what does it sound like to you?
You got the right ones.
I'm like, that sounds like.
You got the right ones. I just feel the gas tank up.
Really? That's preference, though. I thought you was going to say that. That's preference, though. My way or the highway. Okay, let's go to some of the comments. Yes, I drink. His was, I drink too much. Now I don't drink. Okay. Y'all called me on the carpet. So someone in the comments says, sounds like Mel. See?
What, the my way or the highway?
Yeah.
I'm always being told that you always gotta have things your way or
Now listen, if you want to know the truth, look at Nate. If you want to know the truth, if you have a toxic trait, no lie. Call 2 or 3 exes, not just one, 2 or 3. If you guys still communicate and say, hey, what's my toxic trait? Exes, they're going to tell you the truth.
That's what I'm talking about. It came from all 3 of them.
But watch this. Interesting. That's good though. And then ask your current. What's my toxic trait? If you have one, or somebody, not even that you're actually, maybe somebody you're dating, not with. And you ask them, what's your toxic trait? Go ahead.
I have a couple that might be watching, so.
Man, just keep watching. This is a show. We got everybody in the world watching. You worried about 2 or 3 people? They done checked you. They told you, look, you're too direct. And look at you trying to change it. You're too direct. You're like, what about them? They might be watching.
And that I'm mean. You got a smart mouth and you mean. You mean.
Well, I mean.
See.
I don't have a smart mouth.
Okay, but see, that's not a toxic trait to me. Go ahead, Nate. I want to hear from you.
No. I mean, I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Toxic. Come on. We got a short show. We ain't got all that time.
I'm untoxic. I'm non-toxic.
Okay.
You're a caveman.
Now, guess what though? But is that really toxic? No.
It's to her.
And see, here's the thing. That's why I said it's all about preference. I did. So reading the comment where they say it sounds like Mel, she know me forever. I am that way. And here's the thing. It doesn't have to always be my way or the highway. But watch this. We usually agree on things. So it ends up being my way and it's like his way. Because that's why we have things in common to say, okay, here we go. However, comma.
You're a bully.
I'm not a bully. But watch it. No, let me say this. I called and I asked the question. And so you tell me I bullied all 3 of them?
Yeah.
No.
You know why, Mel?
Wait, let me finish. Let me give you the answer, then you can say why. They all said, let me think about it. And then it was like, no. And they all said no. Now, it could be because they done dealt with other people and be like, But go ahead with your thing.
You're
Why?
a victim of your own prettiness. Dudes ain't gonna be honest with you. And them dudes that you ask ain't trying to hurt your feelings. They want to be.
They know me, so they can hurt my feelings. You can tell me how you feel.
They know you, but they're not going to rock the boat. Why would they rock the boat and they're past and we're friends now? Why would I rock the boat? Mel, listen.
You ain't got nothing to lose.
That's the very reason they need to say something, because that is past. We had the past. That was in the past. We're friends now. Please be honest with me.
Okay, good.
That's
good
the
luck.
very reason they should.
Good luck with that. Mel, ugly it up. Try it again, and then see what your comments are. Then see what you get.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So you say that. So thank you for the compliment. Mm-hmm. But you can have the prettiest person that is, as my homeboys say, Landers, dumb as a bag of rocks. Like, you can have the prettiest person whose personality and attitude is so stank that they're not beautiful and they're not pretty. Right. So it's about.
Give me the box of rocks.
You stupid. Is that how y'all be for real? Give you
I'm gonna take the box of rocks over a stank attitude any day. Any day. Ask him, Mel.
Well, y'all probably would. You know why? Because you ain't got to worry about the back and forth or button heads.
Here's the agitating word of the day. Trainable. Oh,
I believe that 100%. I live by that. You teach people how to treat you. So is that really something, Smeechy? My way or the highway? Is that equivalent?
No. I was saying the box of rocks is trainable. That's why we'll take the box of rocks over the bad attitude any day.
Yeah, I can't. That box of rocks get heavy. Gotta go. From the other's perspective, right, Nick? We ain't carrying no box of rocks. Like,
we will. That's what shoulders. Pressure was built for shoulders.
You got to be.
I love it. I want to go with this one. Tamika said, my toxic trait is I think everybody's lying. That is something, because imagine that somebody's being honest. You be like, you lying. You sitting there the whole conversation like this.
And that's sad. You can lose a lot by just not accepting. Think that. Ooh, that's deep. That's hard. You know what I mean? I don't know how to come back to that. That's. Can you feel loved at all by anyone with that?
Probably not, and that is an uphill battle, because I have to prove to you that I'm not lying
all the time, and it's time. And can you actually feel loved like that? If everything's a lie, I can't believe you. I can't trust you. So how can I love you?
You'll never be open. So that wall has to get broken down. Now, let me say this to speak to her point in that. If you are used to people lying, you go in with your antennas on. And what happens is, watch this. What happens is we have to reboot our hard drive, but this is how we have to reboot it. So we got this wall built up. And you finally trust somebody. So you already up like liar, liar, liar. Antennas on. So we trust you. You do good. Boom. Lower. Knock that wall down. Boom. Like Brewster's place. Chisel at that wall. Boom. That guy gets you all the way down. And all you got to do is step over. And then he lies. One lie. And bam, your whole wall built all the way to the top. That's why we get hurt so bad. Because we finally trust you. And are like, okay. And then you tell one lie. Like, Mr. Paul's is closed. Mr. Paul's bakery is closed. And you know that they right over there. They didn't change the name and they in Boardman. Now, listen to that analogy. Mm-hmm. You say that, and we know that they didn't change their name to the Classic Bakery and they're in Boardman. But you told us that they were closed. And I'm like, now he lied. Now go get that. I told him exactly where it was at. He pulled up to that bakery that you gave him the directions to. Follow me. But you didn't tell him, hey, they changed the name to the Classic. But it is Mr. Paul's. And now we call him a liar because we didn't give all the information. And what may be a lie to us may not be a lie to you. And guess what? We ruin good relationships that way. That's why I had to put that out there. So rewind that and listen to that analogy. and you'll understand the difference. Go ahead.
It's scary. I mean, but that's trauma felt, because if everyone's lying to me and I feel everybody's after me and doing something, that's oof.
Now I like this one, and this is me too. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
I can agree. I'm agreeing with Smeechy
again. Yeah, but here and see, that's the problem that we have, because we believe everything you say. You have no reason to lie. You on the onset. Cornell, where you at? Tell us. It's a clean slate. This is the onset. You don't have a reason to lie to me, because clearly it was this that I liked. So why would you lie when I'm in your company? I said yes to this. So just tell the truth. Or was it a lie at the very beginning? Like, it's so weird.
Well, I don't lie because I can't remember. I've been told you I was with Craig and them, and you gonna double back, and I'm like, So I'm like, hey, I live by the 3F rule. So if you don't get the 3 Fs, I don't.
The dictionary of Nate. What's the 3 Fs?
Feed or financing. I don't want to get bailed.
Thank you.
Feeding and financing are the 3 Fs.
So,
and if you're not in that, I mean, me lying to you is a privilege. That means I care how you feel. I care. Remember, I got the T-shirt "Lying is Essential," because I wouldn't lie. If I don't care about you, what do I care what you think? Why would I lie to you?
Tamika, to your comment up there, that mean they all care about you, according to Nate the Agitator.
Because guess what? Why would I mean, if I don't care what you think or nothing like that, why would I lie to you? What is it going to get me? Unless you just hanging around some dirt balls. Because I don't care if you don't like this. Hey, yeah, school bus. Oh, you drink out of a school bus mug. That's so. Yeah, okay. Well, it was given to me by such and such. I ain't got to prove nothing to you. I'm an adult.
I'm with Tamika.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead. Read it, Nick.
She said, in my opinion, if you lie to me, you think I'm dumb to know you lied. So, like,
you insult her intelligence. Talk about something you lied because you care.
You're insulting that person's intelligence. You're like, come on now. You playing in their face. Don't play in nobody's face.
Now, I asked for Cornell's point on this one, so let me read it. Cornell says some people lie because they want to be popular. I had a friend that just lied for no reason, could never understand why.
I got one. I'm like, I said, how do you keep up with all these lies you be telling me?
Isn't that entertaining, though? Is that entertainment?
I can't do it. I'm like, I don't want to be around this. It's too messy. I'm like, what? Because I be done slipped around and said, yeah, man, we was at the club last night. And he done said we was at church to this person. I done heard him say we was at the club to this person. So I don't even want to be around it because then I'm affiliated.
Okay.
I'm like, no. And I had told people, I say, hey, listen, we hang out together. We ain't, like that. I don't want you putting us in this birds of a feather.
Okay.
So, but I mean,
you hear him, right? He don't even want to be affiliated with somebody that's lying like that, but yet still he'll lie to a person that he care about.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
I'll tell you, Nikki, that dress don't look good at all. You don't look fat in that dress at all. You know why I lied? Because I didn't want to know, where do you think? I don't have to deal with the whole template that I got to go through for telling you the truth.
That right there let me know you don't care. Why? Because you're willing to let me go out in public and look like a fool.
Nigga, you don't listen to me, no way.
F word.
I tell you,
F word. But you're willing to let me go out in public looking like a fool instead of saying, babe, that dress don't look right on you. Go ahead and change. I would rather you do that. Hurt my feelings by telling me the truth. Please, don't let me look like a damn fool in public.
But when I tell you the truth, accept it. With a mouth like that, anyone think you're going to...
I might cuss you out, but still.
I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to deal with that. So, no, you don't look fat.
You walked right into it, Nick. You walked right into what he was trying to say.
It's easy. Just give her enough rope, Mel. I just give her rope. I don't want to deal with that. So guess what? Yeah, Lizzo. That two-piece look good on you. Yeah, Lizzo. Twerk slap butt. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cause I don't
tell me, please. Just tell me how I look crazy.
No, I would never tell you, Nick, the truth. If you were my woman, I would lie to you all the time.
Why? That's why we know. Just know. Hell no.
And then I'm sitting in the corner like this.
Tell me the truth.
Here's one. Here's one. You just don't want me to wear this dress because I'm looking good.
Exactly. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. You do look good. What was I thinking? Just because I see the tampon thing in the back because it's too tight. What was I thinking? I was wrong. Go ahead and wear that.
I'm gonna let that go because you're a dude.
hey, y'all don't listen. So why would, if you're close to me and I know the horrors that come with telling you the truth, why would I make it difficult?
You said because the dress too tight in the back. That's a tight dress if your pad showing. The pad print.
Hey, listen, my daughter was with a friend, and I was so embarrassed that I was like, as soon as my daughter walked over to see my face, she's like, Dad, I told her. I said, just then, she started explaining to me off the rip because I'm like, you ain't her friend. Like, I need her.
She gets a round of applause for that one. She told her, and she didn't care?
I said, I'd have pulled off. You ain't getting in the car with me looking like that.
That's me.
But that's a friend. If Nick was my girl, lying my ass off. I don't want to hear that.
That would never be. No.
Nick,
we ain't doing that.
Hey. Since it's just me and you, no one else is listening. That could be one of the issues you might want to look into.
Toxic trait?
Yeah, that might be the toxic trait. Your mouth.
Oh, I know I got a smart mouth. Guess what?
Yeah,
Wait. So are you saying that your smart mouth is your toxic trait?
It probably is.
No, ain't no probably. I'm asking. Wait, Nate. Wait. I'm asking you. Are you?
I told you. I was told.
No. I'm asking you. Not somebody else can't tell you about you because we know how Nick is. So, Nick, are you saying that?
I guess it is.
Okay. So, what would you do to change that perspective, or would you stay the same?
I'm gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna.
So you actually, here's the thing. No, I needed to do that because this is a moment of truth here.
It's accountability.
Yes. And you're saying, I know this is a toxic trait, and I don't care. Exactly.
Yep. I'd rather be toxic and be toxic always looking and not where I want to be rather than change. Hey, Michael Jackson's, one of his Man in the Mirror, it was deep. If you ain't willing to change that man in the mirror, ain't nothing going to change for you. If exes is telling you, your mouth is too smart, what do you think the next dude going to tell you? Because I'm going to tell you, when we get together, I'm going to lie to you to your face. Because I don't want to hear your mouth.
Okay, let me say this. The example that you use. No. The example that you use, Nate, you said, if your dude told you that your mouth was your toxic trait and you're not changing it, what do you think the next dude is going to do? To negate that, because what that is giving them power to tell me about myself, that something that I already know and not willing to change. Mm-hmm. So guess what? I don't care about what that dude thinks. It's all about me. So when you look at that man in the mirror, like you said, shout out to you, Mike. When you look at that man in the mirror and you say, I'm okay with being in the position that I am in. So, with that being said, because all I did is said exactly what he said, but just reworded it for the people in the back. But, so you don't care about changing that? If it's somebody that you really like, now that we admitted this, look, counseling session with Mel. So, if it's somebody that you really like, and see, you're already on defense. That the body language is everything. Guess what? Go ahead and lie, or just tell her to go out front go out front and make her next appointment because she's going to be here a while.
Girl, you don't need to be changing for nobody, queen. You know your worth.
Listen.
You need to be just like they need to.
But you know what?
You are.
No. I wouldn't even say that. You know why I wouldn't say that? Because she admitted it. She admitted what she knows is not a good thing for her. She admitted it, not what other people said. Well, wait a minute. So guess what? As a counselor, go to make your next appointment because I know my bill's gonna be paid. Come back. But I want to say this, and Nick, and I'm gonna let you come back in. When you have people, no. Let me say this. When you have people tell you what's wrong with you from the outside looking in, and you actually know you stand on, yep, you can't tell me what I think about myself, though. So if I see that there's an issue, and I'm going to say an issue because we admit when we're wrong. Let's be honest. You don't have to even voice it. You know inside, like, you know what? That could have been avoided. I knew how to avoid that, but I chose to do something different. And I'm not happy with the outcome. And I'm going to say why people aren't happy with the outcome. You're not happy with that outcome because you wanted something that you weren't able to achieve. You could have achieved it if you stopped allowing other people to tell you how you are and how your personality is. And when so many people say that to you, you find yourself becoming that. And you're like, well, this is what I'm known as. I'm known for being whoop-de-whoop, ba-ba-ba, guard your grill and knuckle up. So I'm going to stand in that character. But I know if I want this particular guy, he's not for that character. So I need to stop and peel that off that everybody told me and become the person that I actually am. Because once you get to know me, I'm the sweetest person in the world.
Yeah. And you have to take the classes for the job you're applying for. So if you want this type of dude, you have to take these type of classes. You can't say I want to be a nurse and you in there taking pottery. Well, I'm a pottery and everybody know me because I can make the best pots and I ain't going to stop making pots, but I want to be a nurse.
But guess what you could do? Bring the patients those little pottery things. Put something in it, like, here you go.
They don't need penicillin. Just give them one of these pots. You can't change the game. You have to apply for the job that you desire.
But I will say,
if you're going to say the job needs to apply to me, okay, all right. Good luck with that.
I like that, but I do have to speak to this. You can make somebody feel better. Mind over matter with the potting. The potting, you bring in a nice little figurine or whatever. Somebody will be like, oh, it's so nice, but that's so beautiful. You made their day better. But I just had to say that. But I understand what you're saying. The job, you do have people who say that they need to work around me. This is who I am. So you got to accept it. Either accept it or move on. And we say that as females, accept it or move on. We do say that because this is who I am. He knew who I was when he came on the scene. But here's the thing. Watch this though. Did he really know who you were? Because if it's your man, the person that everybody else sees, he sees you. He shouldn't have that same, it shouldn't be on that same level that the people that y'all see me, y'all be like, oh, okay, boom, that's male. But my man is not going to see this that everybody else sees. Only he has access to see this person. You got to have some type, it has to be separate.
The man sees the Decepticon and the Autobot. Everyone else only sees the Autobot. Because you go in that bedroom and transform and come out looking like Slug, Meagle, Schmeagle, and we sleep next to that, and you snoring with that much bass. I know all that. Because I'm your man. But guess what? The dude
you went sexual. We knew he was going to go sexual.
Oh, wait. Let me tell y'all something, though. Let me tell you something. Now, I agree with you about letting people change you, and I think that's what I did because I was always the bend over backwards person for everybody. The sweetest, the kindest, the bend over backwards person, and everybody. I was always the one that they gave their entire ASS to kiss. somewhere around 40 is when that switched. And I'm just like, nah. So, yeah, then my mouth started, because a lot of people, dang, yo, I don't remember you ever getting, but so, yeah, somewhere around 40 is when that switched. But I spent half of my life being the yes person and, bending over backwards, being the one to give the shirt off my back, my last everything. And I'm always the one that they would give their behinds to. And I got tired of that. I literally got tired of that, because it's like, it's okay for you to say whatever you want to say to me, how you want to say it, and talk crazy to me. And I'm supposed to be like, okay, you right. Nah.
Okay. I like your transparency. I appreciate that. That person that you said you'll give the shirt off your back, you are very committed. 110%. I know that. And if you're down, you're down. I know that. So that person is there. Here's the thing, though. Is it fair? And I'm just going to ask you, is it fair to give that to somebody else who didn't tell you to kiss their butt?
No, it's not. And I realize that.
And watch this. But watch this, though.
Shut up, Nate.
No, but watch this. That person that you explained who you are to us, to the world right now, I know that person. I know that person. So when I say becoming the person that other people say that you are, just as Nate said, it's not working for you. Because especially if it's somebody that you like. Now we're going to flip over to relationships real quick. Or a job that you want to get to.
Yes, let's do the job.
Let's do the job. Okay. So if you know you want this job, just as Nate said, you prepare for that job. But knowing how, let's look, there's a lot of people that are watching that have been terminated from a job. And you don't put it all in. Then you have those who haven't been terminated, but watch how this person, and we call him a brown noser, did everything for that job, and they done told the boss, whoop-de-whoop-de-da-da-da, and the boss fired them. We see that. So it's like, wait a minute, I did everything to prepare for the job. Well, you went over and beyond. But here's the thing. You have to know the person. Remember, we talked about it last week, the 4 types of personalities, and knowing who your manager is, since we want to use relationship. Please don't dig into it talking about my man ain't my manager. But I'm going to be quiet. I know you be quiet, Nate. Be quiet. I knew you was going to go there like, but we are. So listen.
You're hurting feelings right now, man.
But knowing that and saying, okay, this is the type of individual that they are, and acting accordingly, because everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. And I think it's fair, just as somebody said over in the comments, that, I think it was Smeechy, who actually said, everybody's innocent until proven guilty, when sometimes we'll go in because of what happened before. That baggage that they say from the last gig that you had, since we're using jobs instead of relationship, you going in, everybody's guilty until proven innocent. And as our black men, let's say it what it is, how in the world do you notice, and how do you feel when you be like, they got him guilty already, instead of innocent until proven guilty? They have him guilty. And that's what happens with our black men. They're guilty until they're proven innocent. But then after the guilt is all out of there, they're guilty by ambush, that they could be innocent, and we never go back and say, hey, I apologize for saying you was guilty, because it's already out there. So it's not fair. So I'm bringing it back right now. So it is not fair to give somebody something that somebody gave you previously when they're new on the scene. Go ahead.
Here's the news for you for the day. Play this song. And I'd like to dedicate this one to Nick the Voice. I want you to play Music Soul Child, Previous Cats.
Yeah!
Previous Cats.
That's probably one of the better songs from Music Soul Child.
It is. It is. And boy, I be playing it all the time. I'm not to blame for the pain. It was brought to you from Previous Cats.
Okay, shout out to Music Soul Child.
For me.
For you. That's a good one.
For me. Yeah, play that one today on the radio.
Play that one? Let me write it down. Well, I got 3 now. Look.
I'm gonna be a DJ.
You on your way. You might as well come kick it with
me. With that in mind, okay, this is a different person. So I guess that goes back to what I attract, because sometimes I seem to attract the same type of person because I go into, okay, let me go in, this is a different person, and then they always end up showing me who they are.
They're reading your cues. Now, let's just say 1, 2, and 3 come up with the same result. Do you A, think they talked to each other and said, hey, do this, and then do this, and then when she does this, do this? Or B, they're just reading your cues.
What cues can I be giving them, though?
You're doing something where all of them are acting the same. You have to be doing something where they are. If they ain't got you think they plan this? Hold on, let me read the notes as I read. When dating Nick, start out like this, then turn to this, and then do like this. Ready, break.
Nope, I think I'm like Tamika. Everybody lying, because after a while they just like, what the? Why you? Okay.
At one point, you have to look at the people that you're around, why you attract the people that you do, and you have to look in that mirror. I know that I am a handful. I know I am, and I don't throw stones, but I take accountability for me, because I know 1, 2, and 3 ain't get together and say, well, Nick doesn't like it. He's like this and he's like that. And I also know I'm not the same person with 1, 2, or 3. It's a bounce. I'm like this to Mel. I used to do this for Mel. I used to buy Mel roses every Tuesday just because I knew she liked them and stuff like this. And with Mel was polite poundage and soft music. With you, I might be, hey, let's go to this rap concert. Let's throw on some pop and let me choke you out while we doing it. Same guy, different results. But if the guys are always coming up with the same everything, it's you. You have to realize that.
Did I not just say that my toxic trait?
Yeah, you did. You did, but he's speaking generally. He's speaking generally, so you have to know when to transition in and out there. Because wait a minute, let me say this. Let me say this, because it's not just Nick. There's a lot of females that inbox me, watch the show, and relate to you so much that her relate to Nick. These are the women. Honestly, they do. And they be like, "Oh my gosh, she was so boom." I just didn't want to put that out there. They won't comment, publicly, but they put it in there. So your fan base, which is really amazing, is like, I am that person. And usually, like all 3 of us, you have guys out there. They'll tell me about Nate the Voice. I'm Nate the Agitator. And they'll say...
my last name. Nate the Agitator.
Nate the Agitator. They'll talk about Nate and they can relate. And then there's some men that be like, oh no, boom, boom. But there's men out there to be like, man, I like that dude. Thanks. Because he keeping it 100. But there's a lot of men out there who feel and think like him, but can't voice it and say it publicly because of Nick's toxic trait. So they kind of go along to get along. Now with the women, I want to speak to that because you were talking to a lot of women right there, Nate, when you were speaking about how am I getting the same guys? And that analogy that you used, 1, 2, and 3, they don't know each other, but I keep attracting the same guy. What is that saying? You attract what you are. Mm-hmm. Now, let's be real. Some people are like, oh my goodness, like me. I can't do a needy guy at all. When you come on the scene, but watch this. If I was a needy woman, I would attract a needy guy. Let me tell you, no. I would attract, depending on the self-esteem of the individual. So if I'm a needy girl and his needs may be different though, let me be clear. I'm needy. Oh, I need. Oh, my rent need due. Well, what is it? My rent need paid. I don't have money for this. my car did A, B, C, and D. You do have that guy that'll say, oh, I need to feel needed. So she needs me because his self-esteem is low. Right? Wait a minute. Because he's sitting there like, oh, anytime that she needs me and I can be her hero, yay for me. Look at my S on my chest.
Right.
And you want to know, why do I keep attracting this person? But here's the thing. Like I said, you can't be needy. I can't deal with a needy guy. And the reason I say that I can is because I don't have the time. I don't have the time to put in, so why would I move forward? So when you want that particular guy and you got him, boom, I already told y'all ladies, position yourself. You got to study that guy that you want. And when you see him, you be like, I like that guy, but I keep attracting his friend. Ugh, I don't want that guy. They watch your social media post. And when you see it, there's also social, some of the ladies will put up there, boom, my day went, boom, boom, boom. Your day was terrible. And you put it all on there. And then you wonder why you're not getting this high vibing. I'm not going to say high value, high vibing man that you want. Because he looks like fun. And I know that boom, 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 boom. Well, guess what? He looks like fun. So on the other side of it, if I'm a fun person and I'm like, yeah, let's have a good time. I'm not going to be attracted to that guy that's posting, oh, my day was bad. I'm sick. I got diagnosed with this. I'm not doing that because you just killed my vibe. I need their vibe to be up and mine up. So when it's here, you'll be like, oh, okay, boom, we can bounce off of each other. But if somebody's vibe is down here and yours is here, they drain you. And it's like, now I'm not myself anymore. And I'm just as depressed. And I'm going to say exactly what that is as this individual who sought me out. And I said, yes. So are you really, that's the big question. Are you agreeing to be miserable? Because their posts look like they miserable. Their posts, and then you have those that say everything that they did. Oh, okay, this person likes to go. Do I have a lot of energy? Ba, 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 ba. See, once you get that person and you're excited, and then you may have an issue. If you have an issue, it's okay. Are they willing to deal with that issue? Yes, but you have to learn that person first. And then you'll be like, oh, you're dealing with boom, boom, boom. I didn't know. Let me help you. So, because I know you're going to bounce back and come here. But both of us don't want to sit there and be homeless. And I just use that analogy for what it is. I just said homeless like the worst of the worst in a bad situation. No, we need to help each other. And if I know I can't afford you, and I'm going to say that because some people look at the affordability of things and say, oh, okay, was she a gold digger? No, I wouldn't call myself a gold digger. I'm a gold, Goal, digger. But if I know it's gold there, trust and believe your girl, I will buy a shovel. I'm going to be honest, I will buy a shovel. And if I know it's there, I'm going to get it. But if your personality and your vibe is low, I don't even want your gold, homie.
Right.
Deuces.
Value is the eye of the beholder. Some people value money. Some people value time. Some people value different things. So a high value man comes in different shapes and sizes. The algorithm and Facebook and thing, yeah, a lot of women believe a value is only money. Here's the thing. Everyone knew Puff Daddy had money. And to get around him and his money, you had to do some wicked stuff. So money ain't always the biggest value that you look for.
Now, I didn't say high value. I said high vibes. High frequency.
I got you. Yeah. And that is way more than value. I would take a high vibing person over high value. Because if you're in sync on the same frequency, you'll make high value. That's creative.
Definitely is. So that's that. So if you want that guy, you could get any. Man, y'all so easy. You are easy. Now, Nate always go to, I'm not a man, so I don't know. He goes to the first meeting. And it is, how does this person look? Because I hear you say that often. Remember back in the day when there was no social media, that wasn't that long ago though, and you called the wrong number? And the way that you met the person was at the mall. You remember that, Nick, back in the day? You called the wrong number, and then you talking to him on the phone. You're like, oh, they sound pretty good. Boom, and you talking and talking. What did you get? You got their energy. That's what you vibed off of their energy. Okay. Well, let me see. What's your name? What school you go to? That was how it was. I'm going to be at the mall on Saturday. Now, dude was messed up. Where you going to meet me at? Burger King. And I'm saying for this area. Burger King at the end of the mall, you know where it's at. Boom. Everybody know. Dudes used to walk through Penny's. And remember how the cologne used to be on display?
I'm wiping.
Yeah, right. The perfume's in there. Boom, boom. You be like, oh, let me try this white diamonds.
Ain't showered since Tuesday, but guess what?
You know,
I'm gonna be smelling good. She gonna be there. And then, but you see, we sent our home because we was there with a group of people. All right, you go in. If he look good, cool. If you come back out, I ain't going in. So we had that.
So cruel.
But you were able to get to know the person. So then when you knew their vibe and you was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Did we friend zone? Most times you did. But when you seen them, then you be like, boom, they call back. Hey, what's up? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And you vibed with that person and you got to know their personality. So that's all you had. Is this person fun to talk to? If this person was boring, you ain't call back. And that's when the meeting went. It was like, oh, they cool. All right, I'm going to meet them. And then you see them, you be like, oh, gosh, we cool, though.
Yeah.
We
Those
cool.
disappointing moments, though, like, ooh.
Right. And then you be like, dang.
Be all touchy-feely and huggy.
Well, I was ugly. That's what
no, we ain't doing that.
Go ahead, Nate. You was calling the wrong number just to meet somebody back then.
No. It happened to me a couple times, but I was ugly back then. So, I mean, I was just happy to get some attention.
You know what?
That's why I was all touchy and feely, want to hold your hand and dress like you. That's back in my simp era. That was my simp era. We all
see, Nick, there you go. I'm like, don't touch me.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I mean, can I walk close?
But now with social media, I be having to tell people, y'all, listen, I agree with Cornell. I'll be all over the place. Y'all know I do. I'll say some things. And sometimes if as Nate says, loaded, I will say, yes, this one is loaded. But most of the time, I'll be all over the place. I do.
Now,
I'll be all over the place.
Okay, but watch this. We could go. I want everybody listening to the audience that has social media. Let's do an experiment. Go to somebody that you find attractive's page, just off face. You don't know them. Some people might know them, might not. Look at what they post. Not everything that you write, but what you post. That tells you a lot about the individual. What are they attracted to? So it doesn't have to be you personally writing things.
It's the updated whole facts for us.
That's what I'm saying. I be up and down. I post everything. Everything.
I can tell what's important to you going on your page based off of what you post.
It tells you the whole.
I post everything.
Even not. No. It's geared. Yes, there is an algorithm. Yes.
You have an algorithm.
But not even dating, just as a friend. Just as a friend.
I be posting stuff just because I be bored.
Ain't nobody said nothing. Whoa, no. This is it. Nobody said anything about you being bored. Because I post a lot. Nate posts a lot.
Oh my God.
But wait, here's the thing. But he's not bored. You say that I'm not posting because I'm bored. No, he has a good time. That's why he keeps sharing it.
I be posting crazy stuff.
But what I'm saying is this. There's no reason to be, when people talk to you and they say you can't change somebody else's views just as they should not be able to change yours. That's one. And like I said, when I look at, let's say your page, I see your page, I know the algorithm that's going. A friend, they're going to see like, oh, okay, boom. But guess what? I know you. So I know, yep, this is, true to course. Somebody that's interested in you, they're going to look at what you post. Just like if somebody's interested in me, they're going to see what I post. When people say, I knew this was you before I even seen that you shared this or posted this. Mm-hmm. They get the energy of that person. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, that's who you are. So they see that personality. They'd be like, oh, okay, this person is a fun person. I'm the one to laugh at funerals. No lie. I am. I laugh at funerals. DJ Smeech is not on. She said she'll never sit next to me at a funeral. I was laughing so hard at this funeral that she started rubbing my back, which made me laugh even harder. And she grabbed a tissue. So afterwards, people were asking, oh, I know you knew him like that. I didn't. But the reason I was laughing is because this soloist was singing. And she gave, the preface was, I ain't get much sleep last night, Lord, carry me. That was it. So I knew this about to be it. Like, wait, God bless her. That was the preface. She gave us a disclaimer. So I knew this was about to be something real wild. Well, it was. And every time she was like, forgive me, Lord, if I don't get this song out. So that's the preface. See how she set it up? So every bad note in my ear was, forgive her, Lord. Forgive her, Lord. Every bad note.
It's official on this podcast. Mel, you're not allowed to my funeral.
Man.
Me and my cousin, we got a list.
Wait. I ain't allowed to your funeral. I turn it out. I would turn that mug out. But like, here you go. It's crazy.
I'm like, nope, we can't sit next to each other because we not going to act right because we did it at one of my cousin's funerals.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you. So this particular funeral, my mother was there. This is my mother's look for the viewers. She looked over and she just grabbed her stuff. You know that meme where the lady grab her purse and leave out?
Mama did not leave out.
She got up. She went to the other side. She ain't want no parts. But everybody there, y'all knew what it was. Now, is it me? It's bad. Is it really bad? Yes. So watch this. My mother took my little daughter to some church. I don't know what it was. And she was younger. The man was singing. Courtney bust out laughing. I'm not there. Courtney bust out laughing. The man stopped singing.
Bad traits.
That's what it is, right? The man got on the microphone and said, ain't nothing funny, you can get out. Put the little baby out. I'm like, oh.
Did they do my girl like that for real?
They did. And I was like, that's when I realized, oh, this must be hereditary. This must be my father's side. Because that's exactly what happened. All right, I'm going to read these comments over here. See, I got other people. I could definitely relate to laughing at a funeral. It's always something nutty. Mel, come to minds beforehand. Don't let them do me any type of way. And for God's sake, don't let my kids, what? Don't let my kids stuff me or put me in. Right. Anybody reading this, tell them this. I heard that. Like, yes, Fuzz got put out the church. Y'all putting 6-year-olds out the church.
Wow.
Yo, listen, I'm going to get cremated, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of ashes off to the side. I'm going to say, hey, ladies, if you want to scoop, take one on the way out. Get your little baggie. Take a little Nate home with you. Get a couple ashes.
And guess what? Guess what I'm going to say? I'm going to like, make sure you play this song on the way out. Chris Bender.
No, I already have it.
That's Chris Bender.
No. Pass Me Over by, what's the dude?
Jermaine Jackson.
No.
Why did you do what you did to me?
You can sing Anthony Hamilton. Pass Me Over by Anthony Hamilton.
Okay.
That's what I'm going out with.
I told my brother, I don't want a funeral. I don't want a memorial. I don't want nothing. Donate my body to science.
Okay, and when we gonna play? What's your theme song? In the eye of y'all crazy. How does go all the way to the left? It always go to the left.
At my funeral, that's what I told my brother, because I know how my brother. I was like, yeah, I don't want to put you through that, because then you'll have a bunch of people that you know that I didn't get along with me, be up in my funeral, all up in your face, man, bro. I'm sorry. And my brother Is that ignorant.
But is that fair? Is that fair?
Selfish. It's selfish.
Yeah, is that fair?
I was not being selfish. At that point, I was thinking of my brother because I know how my brother is, and he knows me and know the people around me and know who I was cool with, who I wasn't, and for a lot of people to cut because there was this situation where like when I was still living in Georgia and he went home and there was a couple people there asking how Nick doing. He's like, oh, she doing good, this and that, and he would tell me, and I'm like, that person don't even like me, and every time I would go home, they would see me, they would look at me and wouldn't even speak.
Guess what, Nick?
I don't want my brother to have to go through that. So
but guess what, Nick? Watch this, Nick. Your brother wasn't going through anything when they said, how are you doing? You told him. Why you sending off that fighting demon on him? Get him on guard.
I don't want my brother to go through that because my brother knows me well enough that he knows who.
No, he don't.
Who I get down with me.
No, he doesn't. Guess why he doesn't? Because you just gave that. You told us what happened. And we heard you. Listen, listen. This is what you just said. My brother said, let me finish. You said, my brother said he saw so-and-so and they said, how you doing? I told him you doing good. You said, I don't know why they asked that. They don't even talk to me. But now, wait a minute. But you said in that same paragraph that my brother know who don't like me and who don't. Your brother up there having a good time. Ain't nobody, let me say this.
Let me look at the list.
No, Shop Talk listeners. Wait. Shop, I'm about to mute. Hold on, because we got to put this out here. Shop Talk listeners all over. Listen, don't be sitting there being top flight security at your family members' services talking about who they didn't like. They gone. Keep your peace. Have a good time. Them people decided to come and pay their respects. Whatever they decided to do, whatever their purpose was for coming, they came. So what I say to you to keep your peace and less stress, lovely people, don't be fighting somebody else's battles. It's a mess. Which takes us to this perspective. And this perspective is, if you see your dad dating someone else and your mother is sad, whose side do you take?
Are they separated or divorced?
They're separated. And you're wait, and let me give you the rest of it. The reason they're divorced, so your mother says, is because this is the person. Divorced.
So my dad is dating some skeezer.
According to the mama.
Yeah, it took you from my mama.
That's what my mama said.
See?
But your dad said, we ain't been sleeping in the same bed for over 10 years.
My answer would depend on my age.
Okay.
As a child, I thought my grandfather was mean. As an adult, I'm just glad my grandfather wasn't slapping the shit out of my grandmother. I'm like, he just walked in from work and you on him. So, if I was young, I would probably be on my mom's side. But as an adult, knowing how adulting is, and not throwing stones because I live in a glass house myself, I would try to let it go, and I would understand. Mom, you didn't do the pepper grinder right. He been begging for the pepper grinder, and you were too tired to get on top. So you got to understand, man, got needs. So I can understand that as an adult. But as a child, you hurt my mama and you wrong. So that's how I would go with that one. Those would be my perspective.
Okay, so let's go right now, at your age right now.
Uh-huh.
And let's say, and this is all imagination, okay? So let's say that you're with your child's other parent, and you're married, and you get a divorce. Mm-hmm. And you are 18. The child is 16, 18. Mm-hmm. And he says, husband decides, okay, I'm moving on. Mm-hmm. You have a daughter and a son. Whose side do you choose? And we know it's not fair to put that choice on a child. But who do you choose?
At 18, it's difficult. You're going to go off your mom's emotion.
Okay.
So your mom will have the joystick in her hand. Because at 18, you ain't got that life. You ain't been lifing long enough. And you're still going to be partial to your mom. Because she's your mama.
But you knew, just like you said. You said how old? And at this age, you realized that granddad came in from working all day, maybe out in the field or whatever, and yip, 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 yip.
Woo! My grandma, your auntie was a ninja, zen. He walk in the house.
My auntie might be Nick's auntie. They might be related. We in there tied though.
And I'm like, why do he always come in here and mess with my grandma? And as an older, I'm just glad he wasn't slapping her. I'm like, hey, go ahead and slap her and let's go, Grandpa. Shit, she coming with that garbage.
Okay, here we go. I want to go to the comments. Robin said, can't no one take anybody that doesn't want to be taken. And I would stay out of it and love them both. Life goes on. All right.
That's now. That would be now.
That would be now. Okay.
At 18, you wasn't thinking like that.
Okay.
Different perspective.
Okay. Let's see. They need to work that out themselves. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But my mother and father got a divorce. I was happy. I had 2 houses to go to. They got a divorce when I was going into the 9th grade. Okay, so he had 2 houses. Tamika said, as a child, I chose my mom, and that's where my trust issues came in. But as an adult, I wouldn't get involved unless somebody's throwing hands. Okay. Interesting she should say that. Back to Nate's thing during his whole life on Shop Talk with Mel. He always say you need 2 parents because a lot of issues occur with one parent. Now, I'm rocking with my mom. Always 10 toes down. I think that is the most selfish thing. When you have a divorce and the parent talks about the other parent. And when that other parent talks about that other parent, they put in their minds that this person is wrong, which speaks volumes to me. It speaks volumes to me.
Well, I mean, it's an age thing. Here's something. This is personal. My kid's mom still holds a place in my hierarchy. She don't even know that. But I've only have kids by one woman. And she's been married for damn near 20 years now. But when I hit this lotto or whatever the case may be.
I was getting ready to go there.
Yeah, I would have to put her in the equation. 1, because she's my children's mom. And 2, we still have grandchildren that we share. So I, as an adult, says, okay, in the whole spirit of either co-parenting adult or being there, I love my children enough and my grandchildren enough to make sure she's included. Now, she don't even know this. And I don't know if I sent her a link today to watch or anything like that, but she doesn't even know this. Here's something that will do me for a loop.
Can I ask you this question?
I have friends.
Can I ask you this question on that? If there's a new person on the scene, do you share that information at the onset of dating?
Yes. Because guess what? That's the mother of my child. I don't care if she's married or not. Guess who's the father of her children are? So my children. Here's another story.
No, finish it.
My children's happiness comes first.
And they're adults.
My grandchildren's happiness comes first. How can I sit here and live in Beverly Hills and make sure she stays in Watts when I have the means to change it? Now I'm changing it for my grandkids. She's just a beneficiary of it.
Even if she's with somebody else?
I don't.
So you're okay, wait. So you're okay with paying her bills even if she's with someone else?
I would go to him. I would give him the money. I would make sure that she's okay.
How many men How many men is going to be okay with another man giving them money?
What? I'm not. Hey, if you do it the right way, I am going through proper protocol, and he knows that we got 2 kids. He know we did it twice.
For sure. We did it twice. For sure.
That's all. That's all we did it.
Okay.
Twice. I got 2 kids. We did it twice. He knows that, and he knows that I am around family functions. So her sister still calls me brother-in-law. Her nieces still call me uncle. I am in there.
Shouldn't you still be that though? If you, you weren't married. I was like, if you was married, like you would still.
No. We weren't married. But anyone that came new in my life has to know that's the baggage I carry. That's the baggage I carry, and this is how I choose to carry it. It's no disrespect to you, Mel. We still gonna be the same. We still gonna be in the same thing. Here's something, and that's the dude who told me. I was on his couch crying to him because I said, "Hey, you ain't got a picture with your mom and dad together, just you, your mom and dad together." And they was like, "No." I said, "That's crazy. They wouldn't even take a picture, and they're living. So your mom and dad won't take a picture with you for you?" No. I said, I couldn't fathom that. He the one that said, "No, that's more common than you think." I've never lived in that universe. I take pictures with my kid's mom. If we're all together, we're taking a family photo. Because guess what? We did it 2 times. I've documented, did it to her 2 times. And we have a legacy.
The state documented that you slept with her 2 times.
We have a legacy. So my great-great-grandkids can say this is an accurate picture. No, they weren't married, but guess what? This is my great-grandmother and great-grandfather. This is their daughter. This is their grandkid, and that's me. That's important to me. Guess what? That's important. Who their grandmother and grandfather is. And there's a lot of people that don't have a picture with them and both of their original parents.
Let me tell you, that's good. That's real good. I have it. I feel as though it is important. I do. Even, I think my grandparents, I think my mother did that. Had them just take a picture together. I don't care if you're like, boom.
Right.
Let me say this. My grandson, hilarious. I got this huge lightweight poster, y'all know, of my grandson. Under that poster, because the picture shifted, under that picture wasn't my wedding picture. My grandson knows his step-grandmother. He saw this picture and he said, "Papa G? Swatley?" He only knows me from this side, and he knows his Papa G with his wife that side. And when he saw that wedding picture, he was so confused. So with that being said, I think we'll have to take a picture for him.
And these are the same children that go to Ancestry.com and look up, oh, that's their signature. Oh, and this, that, and the other. But a documentation, listen, my kids have pictures. Even though I never married their mom, they got pictures of them with their mother and their father. And every time we get the grandkids' birthday and we all together, I'll tell my wife, "Hey, real quick, I'm going to take this picture. Well, wop, wop, wop. I'm not grabbing her booty. I'm not kissing on her neck or nothing. Hey, hand on her shoulder."
It's for your offsprings.
Right. And it's for my kids and my grandkids. They can always say, no matter what, my grandfather was a man who made sure that his legacy was shown and taken care of. So when I do hit, my wife understands, hey, listen, we're going to be living in the big house. She's going to have a nice shack someplace else because I'm not taking my grandkids to the south side of Youngstown and I'm living in Canfield Plus or something like that. Because I don't, listen, I'm changing everything. The lineage, the everything. And she just happens to be a part of it. It's just like these basketball wives who divorce the dude and getting $20,000. Like Teresa's, I need $20,000 a month for this kid. He has to pay that to protect his legacy. I ain't got $20,000 a month. But intact, my children will know and see pictures. My grandkids figured it out. Oh, I'm original grandmother, and that's my original grandfather. These are steps. And they're 7. They know it. And it's important to me, and I think it should be important for everyone to have accurate documentation of who you are. Because guess what? My great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather still has something to do with me. Never seen the man. Don't know what he looked like.
Okay. I think that's good. So with that being said, get those pictures printed out your phone.
What photo are you referring to?
The family photo, Cloud.
The family-friendly one, please.
Hey, listen, I did an event with Marlon Wayans last night. And I'm editing the pictures when I get off. Great time. It was intimate conversation, this, that, but I did an event. And we were talking. And he liked my little setup, and we was printing out pictures and stuff like that. He said, man, this thing make you some money. I said, I used to make dope money. But the young kids don't hang pictures up in their house. Everything is in their phone. Shout out to Marlon. I mean, it was a nice time.
I like him. I like his personality.
And I mean, the vibe was nice. He has his own cigar line, brought cigars. We had food, music. That's why I met Dirty D. He took pictures with everybody. We kicked it. I mean, it was a really nice time. Shout out to Cigar Vibe because they hosted a really nice, intimate party.
Okay.
Very nice.
Now I'm looking here. I can understand when they say because it's more for the children than the mama and I. I agree with that. I do. And I think people need to look at that. And if your significant other or your other spouse has an issue with your lineage, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's some insecurities to me. Let me go with hers. I agree with Nate on the family history and love. I have a great-grandson who will know me and tell stories about spending time with him and what I said to him long after I'm gone.
Yep.
Facts. And we don't think that it matters.
We think about us. You got to get off of you. You're important to you, and you're important to your grandkids and stuff like that. But what are you showing and teaching them? Me and my baby mama.
No, your child's
cool
mother.
Now. We cool now, but it took years. I hated it for a long time. But my perspective has changed with age. Now I have to look at it through my granddaughter's eyes.
Okay.
She don't like going over there because of this and that and the other. If I can change it for her, okay, that's my responsibility. So guess what? And I hope my granddaughter ain't watching because that little heifer don't even call us if I'm all right. But she'll send a cash app request to me at any time.
But that's her way. But that's her way.
No.
She know. Listen, if you reply, if you send it back, you all right.
Don't
tell him, Nick.
He does.
Right.
So.
But guess what that says? That says he's all right. If your response was, I don't have it right now, See? You got to think from their mindset. Like, okay, so that's it.
I'm scared to get in their mind.
That's it. It's a different vibe. But watch this. It's interesting you should say that because the young ones, Tamika and her comment really brought me back. I had, my daughter moved and she had a microwave at her other place, but it came with the apartment. Well, she didn't have here all these boxes or whatever. I had some coffee. I wanted to heat it up. Why couldn't I remember I was like, how am I going to heat this coffee up? I didn't know which way to go. I had to get a thinking cap before I could complete my thinking cap and put it on. She said, this is the look. A pot? So this is, okay. We Gen X's. They're Gen Z's. Now, I done got so far advanced with this modern technology that I couldn't remember how in the world am I going to heat this coffee? She ain't got where your microwave? You know me, where is your microwave at? And she was like, a pot? Well, guess where that came from? For back talk. But guess where that came from, though? Her being younger and watching. I was like, oh man, I should know. I was like, oh yeah, that is right. But they're watching. That was my point of that example to say, guess what? They're learning from the other generation. Mine had the advantage of being with my great-grandparents. So they learned some stuff. They didn't like it because they didn't like them little square. Watch this. We don't like those square dinners in that box with the departments in it. I said departments? What departments? This Malik. Departments? I said compartments. He's like, it's a little small and it got aluminum foil. I said, oh, a TV dinner. So they were able to experience things that we actually had being in the presence of the great-grandparents.
Listen, I took my granddaughter down to Mississippi with me when I did the show from there. This child's 12 years old. She's out there riding four-wheelers. She's driving cars and this, that, and other. And now she's with her family and building bonds. And I speak to her so she understands it. That, hey, man, a lot of people don't know their family like this and don't get the love and stuff that you need because of attitudes and personal vendettas. My granddaughter, it was funny because last year I took all of them. And I'm worried about my grandsons because they know internet, slow internet, and they ain't going to be on their game. These dudes got up, was gone. And they don't want to go to Myrtle Beach. They want to go with their families. And that means a lot to me because I used to drive my grandmother down and my aunt and my mom. It was always me. Now, my daughter driving me and her grandmother down. Now, and I took 4 generations. My mom, me, my daughter, my granddaughter. I took 4 generations back home to Mississippi with me. And the trip, the journey down there meant more to me than anything because we're talking, we're explaining, we're telling stories and lies. And you remember my grandmother who passed, we're telling stories, what she said and how she was and just bonding. And that family dynamic is priceless.
Now watch this.
I didn't understand how priceless it was as a kid until I became an adult and seen that wasn't common.
Now watch this. Then you have those families that say, how many hours did it take you to get there?
11, 12.
Right. Oh, I'm going to catch a flight. I am not about to do ba. So guess what? It's cheaper for us to take this flight and get down there and have quality time. It's all about perspective. What do you think? Now, I will say you have more fun and you get to know the people with time versus this microwave society, because that's what actually happens. Interesting that now you have your young people who are playing in fire, and I'm gonna say playing in fire because say you're picking up and you have an open fire out in your yard, and you got a little 3-year-old that's putting sticks on the fire. You got somebody like me who was like, oh, wait a minute, they close to the fire, hold on. But then you have somebody else is like, oh, they'll be all right. And they were standing at a great distance, so they throw in the stick. So clearly they were taught, stay back because this will pop, boom. But we have that protective in a bubble, put them in bubble wrap, trying to protect them so much that we're actually a hindrance.
I have a 10-year-old little cousin's name is, I call him Little Fresh.
Okay. We
were about 5-6 miles away. He's like, I'll send Manny down to get y'all. And I'm thinking his dad. Mm-hmm. This 10-year-old pulled up in a Ford F-150 Eddie Bauer edition to pick us up. And I'm like, he's 10. So my granddaughter by herself. Now, you couldn't see. It was like coming from my house to your house. And my granddaughter was like, oh my goodness, he's driving by himself. To us, it was foreign. To him, he does it all the time.
He came to pick y'all up, so you got in the passenger side?
No. I said, scoot your little ass. But our perspective is, oh, this, that, and other. Out there, he's shooting guns. He knows it. Little Fresh he's so far above the game because he's hanging with his grandpa. He drives everything. At 10, he will amaze you. And my granddaughter's 12, and she's hanging with this, and they like, oh, no, let her go. They'll be all right. Hey, go move that car such and such place. And she said, me? She's like, yeah, the keys is in it. She know how to drive now. And it's just our perspective up here ain't the perspective of the world. And we sit there, and we're looking at it from us, and we're being selfish and stuff like that. As opposed to just back it up a little bit and let that child live his life and just be a guidance. A guidance.
Now you done gone too far if you're wrangling raccoons.
And hey, long as you cook it and I don't see it, because I mean, raccoon. My dad brought some home, and that was the most delicious thing in the world. And after I was, you got any more of that? I said, them ribs was delicious. He said, that wasn't ribs. I said, well, what's that? Like raccoon. I was like, ah! But it was delicious. It was delicious.
Ugh, I ain't doing it. Now, I will tell you this. I was talking to my homeboy. I'll say his name. David Height. Do y'all remember when Dave...
They beat us.
Oh. David. Well, David Height, for Halloween last year, was a blind referee. I thought it was hilarious, right? We got it. A blind referee. We know that he's a ref, but still, so he's experienced this. And you have people who were upset talking about, well, my dad is blind. I'm like, Ninja. Like, don't nobody else have nobody else blind in their family? So here's the thing, though. Watch what's happening. Oh, this person has that. I was reading the comments under the picture. I thought it was an amazing Halloween costume. Because they always say that, you blind? You know, they say everything to the refs. Someone took it down. It had got removed. And here's the thing. It got removed because one person was offended.
We're going to cancel culture ourselves right out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be with the minions, one of us. All one sound, one voice. No, you can't think this way. You can't say this. I was talking to Marlon about this last night. I said, with cancel culture, can you say what you want to say? And he's like, man, I do it anyway. They can cancel me, but...
He's a Wayans.
Yeah. Because they didn't do. They didn't do. I'm proud of all of them. But we're going to cancel ourselves out of everything. Cornell, help me with this, because I know you know. Freedom is the not needing to be. Oh, golly. Freedom is, help me. Funkadelic, no. Freedom is the.
Oh, yeah. What is it? The book of George Clinton?
Of course. We all know. It's our religion.
Okay.
I don't remember the Bible verse. Freedom is the.
Anyway, go ahead. Here, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad because just because you're offended does not mean that I can't enjoy myself or laugh.
Right.
But here's the thing. Just because you are. So from your perspective, it's not funny. But my perspective doesn't count anymore?
Yeah. We only reward the victims. It's the feminization of everything. The victims only get heard. I thought it was hilarious. Me and you chuckled when you told me what it was. But guess what? The one that they heard was the one, oh, I have a blind goldfish and it hurts my feelings. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, no, your feelings count. There it is.
There it is.
Do people want to hear the song?
The people want to hear the song.
Me.
Really?
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. No one knows mine.
Really?
Feelings.
Okay.
Deep down inside.
Sean, why?
Now, but here's the thing. There was someone who actually commented and posted like autism. Here's the thing. They were saying when people talk about autism, watch this. You don't know these people from Adam. So they may have an autistic child. But for you to project and say, I don't appreciate da-da-da-da-da. Okay, you don't appreciate talking about autism and the autistic people because now, before it was okay, but now autism affected your household. Now you want to start saying what's wrong with it.
Here's what people need to do.
Let me finish this though. And I want to let you lovely people know 1 in 68 persons are diagnosed with autism. I want to put that out there. But here's the thing. Just like you don't know that person is talking about autism and now you want to speak about autism, you don't know if they're living with autism in their house. They could be expressing themselves with what they're dealing with, and this is their outlet. This was funny to them, and you're upset. You don't know these people just as they don't know you. Like, all you got to do is unfollow, unblock, do what you do.
That's it. It's something
change your channel.
It's something we grew up with that you still use in your house every day. It's called remote control. Just change the channel. You don't like the plan? Change the channel. Don't sit here and be like, they're playing Westerns again. Oh, I don't believe that they play 6 straight Westerns. I have to.
That's violent.
Right.
That's violent. They shooting.
Right. But you're on the Western channel. So I don't want to hear that garbage. Take the remote, shut up, and change the channel. Just shut up and change the channel. You don't like it? Leave. Don't ruin it for me. Because I like watching Texas Walking Ranger.
Now watch this. So they say majority rules, but that's out the door. The victim rules.
The victim rules. And that's the society we live in. We all thought Dave Hype was funny. But one person got a blind goldfish and it offended them. So guess what we got to do?
He said a blind goldfish.
Hey. Little splashy doesn't see it. He keeps running into the side of the tank. You don't know the pain. You don't know the pain.
That's when that person should get their behinds up and walk out the door. Ask for a refund or something.
Or
leave the rest of everybody else that's enjoying it alone.
Look how many people. You already know people going to be like, oh, Mel laughs at funerals. That's not funny.
Oh my God. I know somebody who died, Mel. You don't know the pain. You don't know the pain.
Right. Like it didn't happen to other people. And it's how you deal with things. There you go. He got his remote. Boom, boom. It's interesting how your perspective may trump someone else's. And why is that? And here's the thing, too. Answer this for me. Why is it just because you're not funny to me that you should be ousted?
Because this is what the internet does. I'm a superhero on my internet post. I'm this. And I got people believing that fried ice cream is a reality. So everybody who believes fried ice cream is a reality listens to me. So I'm never wrong.
That's called get a group. Don't they got them groups on Facebook?
Right. But outside of my group, Mel, you said I can't fry ice cream. Oh, you're hurting my feelings.
That part. I don't like sushi.
So now,
and you got sushi.
Now I feel a certain way because the world is made up with everything about me. It is all about me and my followers and the people that listen to me. What I spew. It's all about us. So if you have anything different to say, I'm gonna kick you out of my church.
And then go to another one. Sean of Facebook said the blind people didn't say it was a bad look.
That's about as bad as what I posted.
What you post, Nick?
If 2 blind people and have a baby, who gonna watch it?
You going to hell.
I ain't say that. I just turned away for the listening audience.
Yeah, you going to hell.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be a neighbor on the street that's gonna say, yeah, you need to go in there and check on them because they may be just all out in the streets. They may be walking around the house and can't nobody watch it. So you already know how that's gonna be.
Yep.
Y'all crazy and wild. I think people should be allowed to be who they are and be okay.
That's very rich of you. Silly Negro.
Whatever. So stupid.
Crazy. But for real, everybody want to be who they are, but they won't allow you to be who you are.
Yeah.
Here's the Nate the Agitator. You can take this with me. It's in my book as I read. Whatever floats your boat, as long as it don't run into mine, I'm cool.
Okay.
Float your boat, as long as it don't run into mine.
There you go. As long as it don't run into yours. Well, don't let David Hyde and his blind referee be rowing a boat. Today's footnote. Family is everything. And a divorce is fine. I'm going to say that. Why? Sometimes people don't leave for a piece, they leave for peace.
Woo. Coming in a Honda.
Oh, he's so stupid. And for the people in the comment watching and listening, explain that to the people in the back. All right, lovely people. It's been a great day right here on Shop Talk with Mel. Make sure you guys turn on Star 94.7 if you live out of state, 947-star.com. We have the trunk or treat coming up October the 26th. Nate the Agitator will be there so you guys can meet him in person. You know, your girl rocking out because I'll be there broadcasting live. So come on out, dress up. Also, it's cash prizes for costumes in our trunk or treat. It's Star 94.7. And it's also a candy crawl. So we're from 10 to 12. And it's on Belmont Avenue at the radio station because, you know, they done booted us out of the Farmer building where we were. So the radio station is at 3200 Belmont Avenue. Come up there 10 a.m. to 12 noon. After that is the Mill Creek Community Center. They're having their candy crawl. I call it a candy crawl because it's all trunk or treats. And that is from 1 to 4, the Mill Creek Community Center. Then after that, it is the city of Youngstown, which is a trail of treats. So they'll be at Wick Park walking around the trail. Well, you could actually walk through. Boom, 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 and get your treats. And the babies can have some fun and people can dress up again. You got to come and check it out. See who I'm going to be dressed as. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to get that blind referee to come too. You got anything? Live studio audience of what's happening?
Being the oxygen to the soul.
Freedom being the oxygen to the soul. Was that what you?
No.
But that's good.
That's a good one. He's coming in a. Okay. Yeah.
He's telling me he's coming in a Honda. Y'all know what that is, right?
Speaking in talk.
Speaking in talk. Speaking in Nate the Agitator talk. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people. You know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Shop Talk.
Holy.
We did it. You was really about to shout. Man.